Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. On this series of videos, as you can tell by the name, I am naming the series Cakespiration, and it's basically a series just to remind you not to give up and to give you examples of things that I've done in the past that weren't successful, and hopefully to inspire you to keep going on this journey. I really hope that my tips or my stories can help you. And in this series, I will also go over some of the questions that I received both on my Etsy and on my Instagram. And let's get started. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to basically answer the most asked question on my Instagram and on Etsy. And that is, how do you get your items to be gold? And I think when you're a beginner, that's the number one question burning in your mind, because I remember when I started baking, I was so intrigued by everybody's photos of their cookies, their cake pops, and how gold and shiny some of their accents were. So what I did, I guess in being naive and also not knowing who to ask or where to look, I asked a local baker here in the town that I lived. And I don't know if she did it out of, I honestly don't know why she did it, but she basically gave me the wrong information. I ended up buying the gold that she suggested, and it was nothing like the photos that she had. So after many months and YouTube videos and digging up on the internet, I finally found it, and I want to share it with you because my goal is not to give you the wrong information or to keep information from you, because if I can help at least one person in their journey to learning new things, then I'm all for it. So here it is. There is two brands that I have tried, and I'll show them up close so that you can see. This is the first brand that I bought, and it's basically in the form of a powder. And I got this on caljava.com. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'll leave the link below to that website. And then soon after that, one of my friends, that is a local baker here too, I'll link her down below so you can check out her Instagram and her Facebook. Her name is Ren. She recommended this brand from Divine Specialties. Now, I don't necessarily have a favorite, but I do have an opinion on the different shades. So as you can see, the one from Divine Specialties is a little bit more on the, I don't know, I guess yellow side. And the one from, I don't know how to pronounce that, Ideale? I don't know. But this one is a little bit more of an antique gold. Although both of them are labeled as gold, it's a totally different shade of gold. I don't know if that makes any sense. This one turns out more of a, like a shinier gold, and this is antique. So I'll link down below a few of the videos of where I've used the separate ones so you can compare for yourself. And if you guys are interested in me doing an actual swatch of these, I totally can. Just leave me a comment below. And let me see if I can open this bottle without making a mess. But that's basically how it comes in a powder. And a lot of people also ask, okay, well, I found the dust. Now, how do I get it to stick on whatever I'm making? You can use both of them or any of these gold dusts dry. So basically what you would do is you dab it on your brush and then just dab it onto whatever you're using. You can also, and this is what I mostly do all the time, you can dilute the powder with either lemon extract. Some people like to use clear vanilla. I use most of the time Everclear. So basically, a lot of people will ask, well, what's the ratio of Everclear or liquid to the dust? And the goal is to make it like a paste. Sometimes if you over pour liquid on it, what you'll get is streaks on your fondant. And again, if you go back on some of my videos, you can see the consistency. But if you are interested in me doing that again, or actually doing it in one of these videos, a Cakespiration video, I can totally do that for you. I hope that helps some of you to figure out what everybody's using to get their cake pops or cookies to be so gold. There it is, these guys. The next most asked question that I've had is from one of my recent videos that I did, I think it was the ice cream cone unicorn cake pops. And in that video, you saw me cut these sugar cones to make tiny cones. And the reason I did that was because at the time that I was filming the video, I really wanted to make the cake pops, but I couldn't decide if I should or not. So I ended up not ordering the mini version online, because you can actually get the mini versions of these waffle cones online. And then also another reason why I didn't order them is because I think you get a 50 count box for $7, and it's not expensive on Amazon. But I thought to myself, what am I gonna do with 50 mini cones? And I really didn't have a use for it, so that's why I did that. But yesterday when I went to HEB, I was actually there just to grab grapes or, you know, random things that I needed. I wasn't there to buy other things, but I ran into these, and it's the same brand, but they're mini cups. So obviously I was intrigued by the fact that it says that the actual size is what shows on the box. I haven't opened these, so I don't know if this is going to be a total fail of information for you guys, but I will open these to see if this is worth buying. Instead of you having to cut the big ones, then you can probably use these. So let's see. And I think for 42 of these, I paid, I think like $2 and something. I don't know. But I got them at HEB. But let's open these. Okay. You guys are gonna be so excited. These are so tiny. And they are the actual size, like the box. These are so cute. Okay, let's open them. I'm not gonna use them yet, and which totally counters whatever I said about not ordering them online, because it was 50 cones and I didn't need them. And these are 42 cones and I don't need them, but it's, you know, to help answer some of your questions. So I'm doing this for you guys. Let's see. I want to open them. They come in this little thing, but I want to open them so you can compare them, or so you can see them live, or in person rather. Here they are. So they are tiny. I guess I don't know what I can compare it to, so you can, I should have brought a ruler, but they're roughly about 2 inches. So they are mini size. You can use them to make cake pops. So you basically would make the cake pop and then plop it on here. And since these have a flat bottom and not like those that have like a pointy bottom, you don't have to insert, you know, you don't have to insert a stick or anything. You can basically make the cake pop and then just set it on a cute display case, or, you know, like on a cute cake stand like this, and it would be perfect. So anyway, I hope that answered those 2 questions. And as far as the Cakespiration goes, the inspiration to this video actually started from one of my new Instagram friends. Her name is Johanna. Her Instagram is Sugar Dose. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Sugar Dose by Johanna. And she commented on one of my pictures, and that's what sparked this Cakespiration. I couldn't find the original post that inspired this video, but I did find a post that I posted back in August the 14th on, or sorry, August the 24th. I'm not wearing my glasses. August the 24th on my Instagram, and it was these pink macarons here. And on that post, what I talked about was that I had tried those macarons maybe 30-40 times. I literally bought a big bag of 10 pounds of almond flour. I bought a macaron how-to book. I took a class. I asked friends. I went on YouTube. And it just seemed that for a year, I just couldn't get it right. And I told myself, you know what? You're great at everything else. Well, maybe not great, but you're pretty good at making cakes. You're okay in cookies. You got the cake pops down. Maybe you just shouldn't make macarons at all. And I did give it up for quite a few months. After the failed attempts, I don't think I tried it again for about 7 or 8 months. And then I had someone inquire about ordering macarons. So the slogan to my little business is, you name it, I bake it. And I thought about saying no, I don't make macarons because I'm horrible at it, epic fail. But I told myself that if I said no, or I declined making macarons, I wouldn't be living up to what my slogan is. So I took on the order, and the first attempt was horrible. I gave a sample, and I got feedback from the customer, and she said, hey, I'm just contacting you to let you know that the flavor was great, but the macarons are hollow. So immediately my first instinct was to cry, and I think I did. But then as soon as I finished crying, I got back in the kitchen and I said, I can't leave her with this image of me. I can't let her have that as the last thing that she reminds me with. Like, this girl is great with everything else she makes, but her macarons are hollow and gross. So that same day I bought the bag of 10 pounds of almond flour to make the macarons. I bought I lost count, but it was probably more than 10 dozens of eggs just to harvest out the egg whites. I bought a kitchen scale. I started, doing experiments and making macarons. I had more than 30 failed attempts. And that whole week, literally the whole week, from 7 in the morning to 10 p.m., obviously taking breaks in between, I kept trying the macarons. Until I think 2 weeks passed and her order was coming up. And I told her, hey, give me another chance. Here's another sample and give me your honest feedback. And at that point, I had already made so many batches that when I said that and when she came to pick up the sample, I was very nervous. She's very honest, and I love her as a customer for that reason, because she's very honest. So the whole time that she left, that whole night, I don't think I even slept right, because I knew that she was going to give me her honest feedback. I waited the next morning, that whole afternoon, and she never messaged me back. So I said, great, it's horrible. And she messaged me back. She said she loved them, that they were great, and that she wanted to order. I think she ordered like 6 dozens. I was happy that she loved them, but then I started to get nervous because I said, okay, well, I made one batch. So I think one batch, depending on what recipe you use or if you have the recipe, it yields about 1 dozen to about 3 dozens, depending on what recipe you use. So that same day I got on Amazon, I bought myself a bunch of those bakery sized pans. I bought silicone mats, and obviously I still need to do a little bit more experimenting on macarons, but I feel that the post that I did would help to remind me not to give up, and even if it takes you a year to try something again, and if you need to step back and reanalyze it, re-strategize your game plan, if you need to take some time off and then come back to it, that's totally fine, because you're not going to be great the first time you try it. You're not going to be awesome at everything. You know, some people are, but if you're struggling with it, don't kill yourself over it. Don't say, like I said in the beginning, you know what, maybe I'm just not meant to make macarons, or maybe I'm just not meant to run a marathon, or whatever it is in your life that you're struggling with. Don't give up. Take a step back, breathe, do something else, and then come back to it. Because, and the reason that I'm telling you this is because it works. You just need to keep working at it. And I really liked the comment that my friend Johanna posted on that. She said, those macarons are so gorgeous. I totally gave up on them. The last time that I made them was for Father's Day because my husband loves them. But they were a total fail. Thanks for sharing. I may just try again. And, you know, that's my goal. The whole time that I started pondering about a YouTube channel, that was the goal, is to inspire you to try again, you know, and to let you know that not everything is going to be great in the first try. And in these series, I will show you, and I will post pictures on my Instagram of all my fails. And maybe I will even tell you about the time that I dropped the cake in front of a customer. So I hope that this inspires you to keep going. I hope that it inspires you to keep pursuing whatever it is you want to do in life. Maybe it's not even cake. Maybe it's something else. And if it does, leave me a comment below. Send me a message. Go on my Instagram and look at everything that I've posted that has been a fail, and leave me a comment. And again, I hope you liked the video. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like this video because it helps me to know what you guys like to watch. Alrighty, and with that being said, I hope all of you have a magical weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.